Good morning, class. How is everybody today?
Good.
Are you ready to learn about apples?
Yeah.
Okay, well, today is going to be a fun day filled with learning about apples and a boy named Johnny Appleseed. And first, we're going to read this book called Johnny Appleseed. Does anybody know anything about apples?
Teacher, I do. I know.
Kylie?
Apples grow on trees.
You're right. Good job. Does anybody have any questions before we start the book? What?
What is Johnny Appleseed's real name? Johnny Appleseed?
That's a great question. Let's read the book and find out. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, Johnny Appleseed. This is a story about Johnny Appleseed. With a name like that, you would think he was make-believe. But Johnny Appleseed was a real person who lived more than 200 years ago. It was a sunny fall day in Massachusetts when a boy named Johnny Chapman was born. The baby had cheeks as red as round apples. Johnny's big sister, Elizabeth, was happy to have a little brother. The children played together with whatever they could find. Johnny's family got bigger. Johnny and his sister were joined by 10 younger stepbrothers and stepsisters. What a busy, noisy house. Johnny would go outdoors when he needed quiet time. Sometimes he walked along the river. The squishy mud felt good under his feet. Other times he would sit under a tree and read. Johnny would watch the animals in the wild, the foxes playing in the meadows, the deer dashing through the woods, and the birds soaring high in the wide blue sky. If he found an injured animal, Johnny would take care of it until the creature was well. Johnny liked being outside. When he got older, he went to work in the apple orchards, just like his great-great-great-grandfather before him. Johnny learned everything about growing apples. He was happy planting seeds, taking care of the trees, and munching on the delicious fruit. Lots of people were moving out west back then. When Johnny was all grown up, he decided to go west too. He didn't bring much with him. For a hat, he used a pot, and a burlap sack did fine for a shirt. And shoes, well, why wear shoes when you have two perfectly good feet? Johnny traveled the countryside. The sun kept him warm day by day. The stars made a roof over his head at night. The rain washed him clean, and the animals kept him company. Sometimes Johnny would stop and plant apple seeds. As soon as seedlings grew, he'd sell the small plants to his families moving west. When they got to where they were going, the families planted Johnny's seedlings and grew trees on their own. Johnny was a friend with everyone. Wherever he went, he'd bring seedlings, pitch in chores, and share stories of his adventures. The seasons passed. Every fall, Johnny gathered seeds from ripe apples. Every spring, he planted the seeds and passed the seedlings to settlers. He planted so many apple seeds that before long, people started calling him Johnny Appleseed. Year after year, Johnny tended his orchards, visited friends and family, and slept under the stars. Because of him, people always had fresh fruit to eat. Because of him, the land grew more beautiful. Johnny Appleseed left behind thousands and thousands of apples, trees, all across America. Just think, the next apple you eat may be from an orchard that was first planted by Johnny Appleseed. The end. Did you enjoy the book?
Mm-hmm.
Next we're going to do an activity, but first we're going to mark on this chart that I made whether you brought a red or a green apple to class. So does everybody have their crayons?
Yep.
Okay, Whitney, did you bring a red or a green apple to class today?
Teacher, why does Whitney have a blue crown when we're using red and green?
That's the crown that Whitney chose. Good job. It shows that Whit brought a red and a green apple. Okay, hand it to Kylie. Kylie brought
Yeg.
3 apples to class.
She was hungry.
Done, teacher. Now that we finished our chart, I want you guys to look at it and determine how many red apples we have and how many green apples we have. And then we'll count them together as a group. And when you guys are ready, raise your hand. Okay, teacher, we're ready.
We're ready.
Okay, how many apples do you think are green? 2. 2?
Yeah, 2.
Okay, how many apples do you think are red?
3.
3? Okay, let's see if you're right. You're going to count the apples when I hold the red ones up, okay?
1, 2, 3.
Good job. Okay, now let's do the green ones.
1, 2.
Okay, you're right. Good job. Now what do we get?
High five, Bottom.
Next, we are going to cut our apples open, but before we do that, you guys are going to guess how many seeds are in one of your apples. So each of you pick one apple. Okay? Kylie, look at your apple and guess how many seeds you think are in the middle of it.
Probably 14.
14? Okay, Whitney, how many seeds do you think are in yours?
4.
4? Okay, let's cut them open and see. Okay, now that we've cut our apples in half, let's see how many seeds Whitney's apple had. Whit, how many seeds did you guess your apple had?
4.
Okay, let's see how many seeds you had.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So your hypothesis was right.
Teacher, what's the hypothesis?
Your educated guess. That's what you guessed, how many seeds.
Oh. I was right then.
How many seeds? How many seeds did Kylie's apple have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Teacher, they're sticking to my finger. And I don't remember what it was on.
6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Kylie had 11 seeds. Do you have more seeds or less seeds than what you guessed?
Less.
Yep, you're right. Now you guys are going to get together and work to see who had more or less seeds.
What now?
So
Yeah.
move.
Okay.
So what do we need to bring our seeds over there? What?
Yep, determine whether who has more or less.
Whitney, you're kind of.
And when you're ready, then tell me.
Okay. We'll count mine, I guess. Count yours. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have more than you. Because I got 11 and you only got 4.
Yep, Kylie has more.
Okay,
Okay, teacher?
our lesson's over for the day. What did you guys learn?
I learned that I have more seeds than Whitney because I have 11 and she only had 4.
Okay, what did you learn, Whitney?
I learned that Johnny Appleseed's real name is Johnny Chapman.
Why did people call him Johnny Appleseed?
Don't remember, teacher.
Because Johnny Appleseed liked to plant apple seeds around the whole wide world.
You're right.
He's eating the crown.